We all want to be able to think faster, have greater memory and cognitive skills, have greater attention spans and improved concentration, make better decisions in our lives, and have enhanced learning abilities. In general, we want to have more neurons in our brain and therefore more brain power. Stay tuned in this video to find out how. One of the first things that leads to improved brain function is aerobic exercise. Exercise improves neuronal connectivity and therefore increases learning and memory skills. So, how do these actually happen? Research has proved that one of the direct effects of activity is that it reduces cellular inflammation. This in turn stimulates growth factors to be released that promote the growth of new nerve cells and blood vessels in the brain, and these new cells and vessels equal to greater interneuronal connections and increased cognitive functions. Additionally, the growth factors also ensure the repair and survival of existing brain cells. Thus, cognitive function is affected directly from physical activity. In a research conducted at the University of British Columbia, it turns out that regular heart-pumping aerobic exercise boosts the size of the hippocampus region of the brain, and this area is responsible for learning and memory. And other studies have also found an association with exercise and increased volume of the prefrontal and temporal medial cortex, the parts of the brain that also control thinking and memory. And one great news is that research has shown that engaging in a regular exercise program of moderate intensity for even at least 6 months resulted in an increase in the volume of selected brain regions. Another most important thing we must do to improve our brain function is to avoid excessive sugar, especially staying away from those high fructose sugar diets such as found in ice creams, donuts, and cakes. The brain is affected by excessive sugar diets in several ways. The hippocampal region of the brain is the main memory center, and excess sugar can disrupt memory function by disrupting the hippocampal area of the brain. And sugar imbalance, as we know, can lead to confusion or unconsciousness, and even in some rare cases, death. The effects of refined carbohydrates on cognitive abilities are not just seen in adults but also in little children. A study on laboratory rats in the University of California showed that fructose-fed rats had memory impairments. They took a significantly longer time to complete a memory task than the control rats. We often do not think about this much, but a good night's rest is also essential to improve brain function. Insomnia, and in parallel what goes with it sometimes, is prolonged stress that can cause or contribute to cognitive impairment. Our brain continues to repair and grow new nerve cells when we are resting, and therefore it's extremely important to replenish the cells of our brain with regular full night's sleep. We know from brain research that the neuronal cells are actively working when we are sleeping. The neurons in the brain form a network of connections or patterns when we form new memory or try to learn some new skills, and when we sleep, the newly formed memory will solidify in a process known as consolidation. The sleep helps in improved memory, cognition, decision-making, and learning abilities, and so much more. Another way to sharpen our brain is to actually working it out with new challenges. Our brain is very plastic, and the neuronal connections and networks are constantly changing and reforming their patterns in response to its experience of the world around. When we learn new things and expose ourselves to new challenging experience, we are in fact teasing our brain to grow and expand by forming new connections. We should always try to tease our brain with riddles and puzzles and learning new skills to stay sharp and on top of our game. Last but not the least, there are specific diets that help us improve our brain function. One such as the Mediterranean diet that's filled with omega-3 fatty acids, very rich sources of fat found in olive oil and walnuts, and lots of green leafy vegetables and fresh fruits that are packed with many antioxidants. All of these will contribute to improved functioning of our brain. If you've enjoyed today's video, please don't forget to subscribe. When you subscribe, it motivates us to bring you new videos on healthy topics every week. See you next time. Thank you again for watching.